Hi, welcome aboard everybody. My name's Craig Stegall and I am the drummer for the 80s rock band GASTEM, who just recently put a new album out, GASTEM 3, which you guys made into an incredible deal. So thank you so much for that. And part of doing this video is because you guys had questions and were asking about how the band got started. And there's a story there, believe it or not. It's not a story that's any more exciting than what other bands were trying to do at the time in the Maryland, DC, and Virginia area, but it's kind of like we went about it in a very different way because we had a different approach to it, very much like our album titled Do It Like Wild. That's pretty much how we did it. There was never any plan other than get to this spot, and as long as we got there to that plateau, we were happy. And so to us, we had a very successful career, although a lot of you don't even know about us.
The following contains actual rare video, audio, archived photos, and documented band commentary throughout. It clearly depicts blatant acts of silliness, left-of-center mentality, and for some viewers, may cause laughter accompanied by flatulation. Viewer discretion is guitarist.
The GASTEM story starts here. Well, actually, it starts here, in a little town called Damascus, Maryland, where we're known for this, and these real-life rock stars who've been providing that little town over 50 years of football greatness. That's the Damascus High School Fighting Hornets football team, y'all. Where the story really begins in the summer of 1981 when a very shy, preppy 14-year-old entered those doors at Damascus High School holding on to a secret. You see, I had just been learning how to play drums a year prior, but none of that mattered until 8 months later at a high school talent show when I saw this guy and this guy, and like magic, we formed a band called Hazebrake. Now, we had a blast. We played wedding receptions, high school proms, couple beer joints around the area, until 2 years later, as a 16-year-old junior, I had to say goodbye to this guy and this guy because they decided they were going to go on the road and play top 40 in these cover bands that did like Holiday Inns but made really good money. Hey, I understood. I had another year of high school, and man, if I could have done it, I would have gone right with them. But luck had it that I ran into some really cool guys that played some cover tunes on weekends, and they had this really rad rehearsal spot. Now, put a pin in that fact because it's going to come back shortly. So I went and jammed with them a couple times and moved my drums in and never left. A year later, I graduated high school, and then I spent the summer trying to figure out how I was going to get back in a band with Rob and Mark before I had to go off to college, Shenandoah Music Conservatory in Winchester, Virginia. So I developed a plan to give it one more shot. What I did is I condensed down a smaller version of my drum kit, moved it across the street into the backyard of the house where the landlord lived, and there was this 8x12 wooden storage shed. So I stuffed a smaller version of my drum set in there, and I invited Rob and Mark over to jam. And with God as my witness, that very day, we recorded 4 tracks that became the catalyst for the band GASTEM and our first album, Catch the Flame. Now, it's been 40 years, folks, and while I'm blessed to have a memory that kind of retained a lot of it, I'm going to be relying heavily on Galpin and Shanker, as they're going to be joining me on future episodes where we're going to go over the recording process for GASTEM 3, and you're going to get a behind the scenes on all of it right here first. And hey, we got a story to tell.